you turn on all three colors at the same time, it makes a rainbow. I have a little remote up here. Sometimes somebody next to me will be like, "You're doing that with those buttons." I'm not pretending to do magic tricks or anything like that. If you'd like to see the whole room lit up, there's also a white light we can turn on so we can see everything. Remember earlier when we passed that heart shape? That was made by push of the water. If you look at the ceiling of this room, you can see this whole room was a giant whirlpool for a long time. Andrew's right up behind us apparently, and we're gonna go outside in the lake. I'm gonna lift my anchor, and if anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them, or to make up something that sounds halfway believable. Maybe 2 more poles. Marty told me that sometimes an owl will move inside the cave and eat the bats throughout the wintertime. I've seen frogs down here, and sometimes in the second room, we might have a squirrel or a chipmunk coming into that second entrance. And every now and then, we might even have a beaver living inside the cave.
Wow.
This guy was here a couple summers ago for about a month and a half. A lot of us are calling him Norbert, after a Nickelodeon cartoon from the 90s. But some other kid called him Dwight, and another kid called him Alan. He kind of moved up before we had a chance to vote. I like Norbert because it's kind of a silly name, even if you didn't get the reference. But at the end of the day, I really didn't care what anybody called him, as long as it wasn't Justin Bieber. We first found Norbert, he was like halfway in the cave, but then eventually got settled in and built a nest behind this rock over on the left. I would drive by and go, "Norbert!" But he mostly be sitting there sleeping with his back to us. And so one day I figured out if he would stand up and look at everybody. But then 3 days after I figured that out, he moved away, so I think I was just irritating him the whole time. As you're going through this tunnel, watch your heads on both sides. Remember to keep your hands and elbows from hanging on the side of the boat. You guys started to feel a breeze coming through here? That's a natural breeze that's caused by atmospheric pressure. In the summertime, the cave will blow out cold air, but when it rains, it'll switch directions, and the cave breathes in hot air. A lot of times you can tell if it's raining before you even get to the tunnel. When it breathes in hot air, that's when you get moisture, and that's how it gets foggy down here sometimes. Sometimes go to the first one, looks like you're driving through the dream sequence.
Keep turning on your. Keep making.
We might bump coming through here. I'm going to try not to, but I'm not going to promise anything. Between 1925 and 1927, they built the lake, and they used small explosives and hand tools and worked their way from the outside in. They hired some demolition guys from the local quarry to go help them with that. And I guess one wasn't experienced as some of the rest. He went to set up a charge. It didn't go off at first, so I went to go check out what happened. And it did. Yeah, up here on the left of these Canadian geese. If anybody's visiting from Canada, you might recognize them as geese.
Or
Cobra chicken.
Cobra chicken.
Cobra chicken? I like that.
that's what they call them.
The water used to re-emerge from the cave from underneath that layer of rock on the right. You can see underneath there a little bit. That's right, you better keep your distance. We went around the island on the last tour, and then I had one chasing me. I've never been bitten by one. I've only been gooseback.